Backside, Smith grind, grab grab.
Oh my goodness!
Welcome everybody. That's a new scenery that we have yet to see on the FWS World Series. But it's 2018 and we're welcoming you out here in Hiroshima, Japan. Thank you very much on behalf of myself, Ryan Meyer, and everyone out here at the FWS World Series, including my counterpart out here for the skateboard, Thomas Winter. Thank you so much for joining us. We're about to get ready the skateboard semifinals for the Street Professional Men's Contest out here in Japan. Thomas, man, how are you doing?
Yo, thanks for welcoming me here. It's been amazing. It's been a good time. I've spent the last 3 days in Hiroshima, just skating the city, walking around, sightseeing, and being with the guys. I gotta say thanks to the Hiroshima city for inviting us. It's been great. We have a great skate park here, and it's just been a good time. I was skating the skate park in the morning with the guys. We have a really good course brought by Hurricane Parks, our own company that brings the parks all around the world. And the park looks amazing. If you guys see, it has everything it needs to have. There's quarter pipes, there's banks, there's rails, there's just everything a skater might need for a good contest.
So Hurricane has done a great job bringing the park out here. You see there are skaters on course. We have a large list of amateur and professional athletes out here competing, and the semifinals, I believe it's a huge 30-rider list. We're trying to get through all the skaters currently, so we have had to actually start with competition before we have gone live out here, but you see the crowd out there in Hiroshima is packed into the venue and excited to see the skaters get to action as we get higher and higher into that leaderboard, which works out into the more professional rankings of our World Series.
Okay, well, as you guys see, we got some flat bars, down rails, stairs, ledges. We just have everything there is. I gotta say, there's really good wood on this park. Sometimes you get softer parks, so they get soggy and it's difficult to skate. Even though we had heavy rain all day yesterday, this park stayed good and it's just perfect for the guys. It's ready for the semis and ready for the finals. So, yep, we're ready to start the show.
If you guys are not able to join us out to any of our live events this year, make sure you guys follow us on social media. You can see that in our bar at the bottom right corner of your screen. We got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and of course, hashtag all your posts, FWS Hiroshima, for this weekend's event, so you can stay in touch with all the action. As well, if you want to follow Thomas or myself, you can check us out on Instagram or Facebook.
Yes,
Thomas's Instagram handle is at Thomas Winter, and mine is at Late Night Rai Rai.
Yeah, make sure you check it out. There's a lot of cool stuff.
We have a whoppingly large start list out here. You see we have a massive amount of Japanese skaters, 35 athletes in total.
I'm just gonna jump right in and I'm gonna say these Japanese skaters are amazing. I was mind blown watching them skate yesterday and today in the morning when I was in the park. It's all these little kids that just come out of nowhere and they just kill the park so heavily that I just can't understand what is happening here in Japan. What's been happening for the last 3 years? Where do these guys come from?
Yeah, the Japanese industry is always seeming to push in these amazing realms, and for the first time ever, we're able to actually come out here and check them out. But here you see a couple top names that we are used to seeing on the leaderboard out there who are going to be dropping last, finishing off there with Joseph Gorbaccio, our French dominating athlete, who's going to be the last athlete to drop out here for today's semifinal.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say the last 5 people they're gonna be starting, and those are our top 5 finishers from last season. So it's gonna be the last 5 will be Timotej Lampe-Ignic finishing 5th last year. Then Rišo Ture, my friend from Slovakia, finishing 4th. Xander Gabriel in 3rd. George Poole, who finished 2nd, and Joseph Gorbaccio, our 2017 season winner. Joseph also, speaking of Joseph, we had the opening contest 2 weeks ago where Joseph won again, so he's just winning contests back to back. So we have the best skaters that we can have. And yeah, this show's about to get real.
So like I had already said, we have started the competition already with some of the athletes. We're 2 heats down. We're going to be starting right now on camera with our 9th competitor in the gate. So right now we see that there's a little bit of a warm-up. Let the skaters go out there and skate a tiny bit, get those muscles warmed up before they're into their competition. How does it usually go in between heats for a skater? Are they just trying some big tricks that they're going to want to execute in their run, or are they just doing little things to get the muscles warmed up?
It's always different. Every rider is different. So if you ask what I do, I'd rather practice my round over and over again, the tricks as they go, one after each other. So then I'm ready when the contest starts for me. But some riders, if you see, they're trying their best trick. So maybe someone is just concentrating on the last trick, which should be the hammer for them. And some riders are just chilling, staying warm, and not really skating too much. Some people are just hanging out, talking to other riders to stay in their comfort zones. It's just everyone is different, you know. That's why skateboarding is interesting. There's not a set rule of how the people behave.
Have you ever visited Japan for a skateboard contest before?
Oh man, I did. Trust me, I did, and I was just as mind blown as I am now. Well, I'm gonna say this is probably the biggest shocker of them all. But then my first time in Japan was 3 years ago in Tokyo at this other event, and it was insane. For me to see all these Japanese kids just kill it, and I'm talking kids, I'm talking 8-year-olds that were skating better than me. So I was like, how is this even possible? In Europe, I'm used to seeing kids who are starting to learn like how to skate or drop a bang. These kids were doing tray flips, back threes down huge sets, and it's, yeah, I don't understand.
Yeah.
You're about to see all that. Yeah, as you said, we got 35 skaters. Most of these riders from Japan I have never seen before in any other competition, so this is the first time I'm seeing them, but watching them skate in the morning, I just could not believe. So I can't wait to see what these semis are gonna be about. So we're gonna have the top 12 riders qualifying for the finals, and we have a 35 riders starting sheet. So it's just gonna be a heavy cut. Every third rider makes it. Yeah, you guys are watching one of the heats now, and there we go with the scores, current scores at the moment. Daisuke Ikeda, one of the best Japanese riders who's been already traveling the world. He's won contests in the US. He's won contests outside of Japan, so he's in the top of the order with 86.66 at the moment. The leading skater in second place, Japanese Hoshimo Haruto with 74. Then Wat Atiwat from Thailand with 70 even.
So starting it off, Takuya is going to be dropping in for the first athlete of number 3.
I skated with this guy in Tokyo in December, and he is amazing. The tricks he does in practice is just, yeah, out of this world. Like, he does kickflip backsmiths on the handrail every go, then turns around, switch from feebles down the rail, then goes back, switch kickflip from board. You'll see. Hopefully he puts it together. So let's start this. 47 seconds on the clock, gap to back lip on the A-frame.
There we
the
go.
Front blunt on the quarter pipe.
The first
Look at the casual style.
First time in FIS World Series that we are watching Takuya Ishizuka.
We're gonna see a lot of these Japanese riders in Montpellier because we're inviting the top 5 finishers. So we're gonna see some Japanese people for sure. They're gonna make the top 5.
That's always a wonderful thing that the FIS World Series does, is they're really devoted to bringing the athletes out to all these different stops and make sure that they pay homage back to the people who make this possible actually for the event. So it's very cool that we bring out the athletes who win themselves a spot on tour.
Yes, we are the only world tour that actually does this. FIS not only for skateboarders, but for BMX, for roller skates, for wakeboard, for BMX flatland, BMX park and BMX flatland. All these riders, whoever finishes top 5 in here in Hiroshima, gets their flight, hotel and all expenses paid to go to Montpellier, where we're gonna have the next stop. But not only there, it follows the entire tour. So all the 6 stops we have, all these riders are getting their flights. So FIS is basically opening the doors for these guys to go around the world, show their skills, win some money, hopefully get some new sponsors. But yeah, the scores are in. and Ishizuka's gonna have a 63.66. Remember, if when I spoke about that kickflip backsmith and the switch front feeble, he tried it in the round. Unfortunately, it didn't put it together. But we're gonna see him in the second round. Hopefully, it goes through.
Just touching on what you were saying earlier, Thomas. I mean, that's exactly why the FWS is the biggest and best multidiscipline action sports series in the world. And here we have Jupta going to start off his run.
I like that shirt. How about he?
Yeah, the Japanese definitely have an absolutely insane style.
They got swag.
They have so much swag. These kids are on another Fuego level.
And there we go. Back to missing the back to center. Look at that smile though. He's just excited. There's an event in Hiroshima probably, you know, like I don't think these guys have too many contests going on. So I mean big contests and international. So this is the first big international event that's been happening on the skateboard in Hiroshima. That long 50-50, bang to bang, little ollie up the Euro gap. At least you guys get to see the park too. Then dropping back in, going for the rail. Oh, holding it, right?
He didn't have tons of speed, but still getting that.
That's the thing. I feel like these guys
swag, man. Like this is like loose blousey, like Hawaiian shirt, this like suit pants. I like this, man.
Usually you'd see these people get mad when they don't put it together, but not this guy. Not this guy. He's here to have fun. He's just having a blast. Look. And that's it. That's going to be time for Hajate Kamimura. The next rider in will be Nagai Kirana, but let's wait for the scores first. That guy again. And that's the crowd we have here in the park. And remember, it's still early in the morning, and this is the first day of the webcast, so this is just the beginning. I'm just expecting a huge crowd. This whole stadium is going to fill in 100%. And another look at Hajate, waiting for the scores, and they're in with a 58 even. He's sitting in 7th place. Out of the 10 riders that already dropped in, he's sitting in 7th at the moment. It's not gonna be enough for the semi, so he'd have to step it up in round 2. Nagai Kirana, another Japanese skater, about to drop in. I like how we introduce the riders here in Hiroshima, how they come to the screen, so you see the face, you know who's gonna be skating in a couple seconds.
Oh, and there we have some beautiful sunshine out on the park up here. Jai dropping in for his 50 seconds on course right now.
Gap backflip. Well, that's powerful. Back D in the quarter pipe. I wonder how old these guys are. He's probably like 16 looking at him. Back tail, bank to ledge. So yeah, we got 50 seconds. That's probably gonna be somewhere around 7 to 8 tricks. If you go fast, you might do a little more. That was number 3, frontside nose grind. Oh, back 180 nose grind down the hubba. That's not a small hubba. If you guys look at it, it's kind of stretched. It's not steep, but it's a stretched hubba. Missing a backsmith. He had no speed to get it. Still tried. 10 seconds to go for Nagai. Sorry if I'm spelling their names wrong. It's difficult for me to say the Japanese names. I'm hoping I'm getting it right. And a back tail to Fakey. That was nice. That was the way to end it.
I do believe your pronunciation is
probably
better.
Completely off.
Oh no, your pronunciation is much better than mine, I believe.
Nagai or Najai? No.
Nagai.
Nagai? Okay.
Maybe.
Nagai Kirana?
Nagai Kirana.
Kirana. You got the R. Yeah, you got it.
Nagai Kirana.
That guy waiting for his scores. It's definitely gonna be a nice score. It was a decent run. Besides of the backsmith, it was a nice run, well put together as well.
The guy getting in there with the 66, good enough for 4th place.
That's nice.
Yeah,
could be enough. I'm guessing it's gonna be somewhere around the 70s. They're gonna give you the comfortable cut.
Next rider up, Konishi Linku.
There you go. That was good pronunciation, my friend.
Konishi.
Wow. Konishi Linku about to drop in, and countdown started. 47 seconds to go with a front lip. Gap to front lip on the A-frame. front blunt on the quarter pipe on the other side of the park.
Down in the transition there.
Not setting it up properly. Oh, no comply tail. Like that. That's my favorite move. Backsmith. Missing that backsmith. It's a longer rail than you need the decent speed to get to the end of the handrail. Switch biggie. Not quite getting that. The big three. Still 14 seconds to go for Konishi. He's going to be waiting for his last trick probably. Or two quick ones. Front feeble down. Oh, not putting it together. That's going to be it for Konishi Linku so far.
Ooh, starting strong. Nice execution on some of those tricks that he was able to roll out of, but was able to clean up a lot of that run. Hopefully he can do that for the second run. I believe Konishi had a really good style and energy coming out on gate there. If we take a couple looks at some replays, he had some pretty nice transition that he was getting in there. Getting to our next athlete.
We're going to go back to the top of the order. And Ishizuka is already in. I'm just gonna say, yeah, Konishi Linku had 53.33. Okay. Ishizuka started too early, so he had to come back. He didn't start the run yet. I was just confused for a second. So there we go. Takuya Ishizuka from Japan. Remember when I was talking about him in the beginning? I skated with this guy and it is amazing. So this, if he puts the run together, that's gonna be a run to watch. And there we go, 47 seconds on the clock. Gap to back whip on the A-frame. Front blunt, soft bank quarter pipe. Soft bend being one of our sponsors. And the missing the feeble shove it. That's his go-to trick, so hopefully he puts the rest of the round together. Still 30 seconds to go, plenty of time. Nollie front board, down the rail. Not getting that front side there. 16 seconds to go. Time for two tricks. Drops in right now. 9, 8, 7. It's gonna be time for the last trick, buddy. He always loses his shoe. He lost his shoe in the first round. He lost his shoe now. That's gonna be it for Takuya Ishizuka. Takuya was sitting on 63.66 from his first round. Let's see if the judges consider this a better round. I'd say he's probably gonna stick to the first score, but we're about to see in a second.
Here in Hiroshima.
Coming in with his score there, 55.66. Going to hold with his first run score, currently in 5th place there with the 63.66.
Look at the grip tape. Look at our Hawaiian. I like this guy. I gotta say, I dig the style. Hayate Kamimura will be dropping in next. He's going to third quarter pipe, the feast quarter pipe in the corner of the skate park. They're about to drop in, and there we go. He's in. Let's be coming for the bank rail. Oh, back to 7 and lip attempt. And a double flip. 37 seconds. He can start it again, buddy. Just take it easy. Start it again. Back to bank rail. Holding that crux.
Wow, he has balance.
It is difficult for these kids to skate their first international contest. Even though they have the skills, they have what it takes, it is just difficult to put it together and throw down when it matters. So just having the experience to skate it and having Feast come here to Hiroshima is a great experience for the Japanese skaters and for the entire scene, because these guys can not improve their skills, but improve the way they approach the contest. And yeah, that's gonna be it. Sorry, Hajate didn't put it together for in this round, so he is currently sitting on a 58 even. And let me say, I'm just going to guess that's going to be the score he's going to be holding on to. And yep, 54.33 the second round, and that's going to leave him in 8th place at the moment. Ooh, like that shirt again.
Alright, here we go. First, second run. Kirana Nagai coming out of Osaka, Japan.
Okay, we got Nagai Kirana in, starting it off with a gap to back tail on the A-frame and the front bomb in the quarter pipe. Coming back for the 3-shot. That was nice. I thought he was gonna go for the rail, but nope, 3-shot. That was yeah, that was nice to see. Coming back for the down rail. Back to 7 in lip, 2 split. Still 20 seconds to go for Nagai Kirana. 18, 17, some strong pushes coming back. And a backsmith on the flat bar. I gotta say, backsmith is probably one of my favorite tricks on handrail to do. Oh, missed that 2, 7 in lip. And that's gonna be it for Nagai Kirana in the second round. Wait for the scores. I'm interested in seeing what scores the judges give him. He only missed the back to 7 in lip 2 times though. But the rest of the round was really nice. Well put together, well thought of. It's, yeah. So you see, we got the Olympic Channel as a sponsor for this event, right?
Yeah, and if you guys are just tuning in, make sure you guys check us out online. If you haven't seen all the coverage happening right now, we have a lot of different exclusive events happening on our Facebook, on our Instagram, as well on our Twitter and Snapchat feed. Right now, we are halfway through our first live event out here. This is the semifinals for the Skateboard Pro Men's Park semi-final right now. So Konishi is ready to drop in for his second run. This is the 3rd of 6 heats. I am Ryan Meyer, joined by Thomas Victor, to host you guys through these amazing skateboard actions out here in Japan. First time in Japan for the FWS World Series, and we're super excited. Bring it your way.
Meanwhile, Konishi's in, 33 seconds to go. You just saw him miss the nollie flip over the A-frame. Dropping in, soft bank, quarter pipe again. Coming for the flat bar. Backsmith, it's a favorite trick of everyone, not only me. All these guys are doing it now. Switch biggie down the set. I like how these guys go for it. Even though they have no speed, they still just go. They want to do it. They want to put it together. Taking his hat off. Drop it in. Oh! Sorry for yelling at the skate for a second. That was sick. That was a really good attempt. I like that. Hoping he's gonna do it in the best shape. I want to see someone kickflip over that box. We need Luan. Luan's watching. We need him to come here. The backs up with that easy. Okay, that's gonna be it for the heat. So we're gonna wait a couple minutes. We're gonna give a couple minutes to the next guys. They're gonna be starting in the heat, which is gonna be Nopakorn Pantuai from Bangkok, Thailand. Pakorn Pantuai, Bangkok, Thailand as well. Then Raimu Sasaki from Japan, and Riku Kanemoto from Okayama City, Japan. So we got 2 Thai skaters and 2 Japanese in the next heat. I've been to Thailand a couple times. The last time was in November last year, and I saw some of the riders there. I gotta say, they're amazing. They're really good, and I can't wait to see how they're gonna do in this contest. Look at that crowd, Ryan.
Super cool that we are out here in Hiroshima. Many of you know that action sports is pulling its way up into the Olympic Games for 2020.
And we got the standings in.
course, heat number 4.
We got, as I said, our favorite Japanese at the moment is Daisuke Ikeda, sitting in the first place with 86.66. Hoshino Haruto with 74 even. Third, Owat Atiwat from Thailand with 70 even. Then fourth place, Nagai Kirana, 66. Then fifth, Takuya Ishizuka with 63.66. Sixth place so far, Tanaka Akira, 61.33. Seventh, Wong Wadan Sopong Chaghorn with 59 even. Hajate Kamimura in 8th with 58. 9th place, Asai Ensho, 56.33, and 10th place at the moment, Konishi Linku with 55.33. That's our top 10 skaters at the moment. After 16 riders, that's 4 heats we already had. This is, we're in the half of the contest. We got 35 skaters in total, so 16 riders already had their heats. You just heard me saying the top 10. Look at all the people just having fun. That's the amateurs actually. I saw these kids skating in the morning. Okay, we're back to the skate park now with Nopakorn Pantuai from Bangkok, Thailand.
All right, your first rider, heat number 4, coming out of Bangkok, Thailand.
Okay, we got Napata Chopairo from Bangkok, Thailand in. Front heel on the A-frame. Get to front feet. Taking some pushes. And a back tail. Bank to ledge. And up on the Olympic channel quarter pipe. Down, coming back to the A-frame. Gap back lip. I like the loose trucks, buddy. I like that. I'm skating loose trucks too. I got a lot of respect for skaters with loose trucks. Feeble on the flat bar. Look at that swag.
Very loose trucks.
I like it. I really like it. Oh! Ooh, missing the naughty front board. I'm gonna say it was a naughty front board. 4 seconds to go. 2, 1, and that's gonna be it. That was a really nice round. What do you think?
Yeah, I had it right until the end actually. Held up with time very, very well compared to some of the competitors that we saw earlier.
Perfectly timed up. Wish he landed that. I'd be interested in seeing that score. That'd be somewhere in the 70s probably. Now let's wait for the scores. Wichijaru Napa, Bangkok, Thailand. You see the Thai fly they have. These guys already have the team that they're taking around. The government is stepping in Thailand, taking it seriously, sending skaters all around the world. So they're going in the crew as the Thai national team. I like that. I like to see it. And I like to see them here at Feast in Hiroshima for the event. Hopefully they're going to follow the entire world tour. I wish we see these guys everywhere we go. And the scores are in. He's going to be sitting in 6th with 62.33, pushing the Japanese guys down to 7th. Okay, next rider in, Sora Negishi. He's going to be starting on the side of the skate park.
Sora, all these athletes actually over there look like they're probably below 16 years old. Sora dropping in for his run up here. Big gap.
Actually, that's not a small gap. That's actually a big gap in front of him. Back 180, 50-50. I like that trick. It's a difficult trick to do. It's easier frontside, backside. Trade flip in the back. And a front flat down the ledge. Long, sorry.
Sora Negishi.
Oh, he's putting it down. Yeah, 20 seconds to go. Everything. It's been a perfect round so far. He sticks this one too. Oh, jinxed it? No, I didn't. That was a front cruise attempt. And a heel flip front board. I usually see people keep flipping into that, so heel flip is very rare. Nice change. And that nollie crook slam was after time, so that was one slam in that round. He had flip tricks, he had gap 2, he skated rails, he skated in the bank, that tray bomb. He had everything that a good run should have.
So there you guys see, that was our first run from Sora Negishi.
Yeah, we had another skater that was supposed to start in front of before Sora. That was Napadidjarung from Bangkok, Thailand. But unfortunately, I just got the news he got hurt, so he's not going to be starting in the semis just before his run. Then we got a close-up shot at Sora, waiting for his scores. The score to beat at the moment is 86.66 by Daisuke Ikeda, Japanese skateboard star. Yeah, that's the guy looking in the camera on the left in the beanie. You see all these guys are just good homies traveling around. They're all young kids. Still waiting for the scores. The judges are taking their time. They're discussing what they want to score at this. Look at that.
I love coming around to all the different locations with this FWS tour. Look at that, the score coming in at 71 for Negishi.
That's a good score.
Into third place.
Congrats, Sora. That's a really good score.
Here we
That's
go.
almost
Nishikawa Makoto.
the next rider is Makoto Nishikawa. Yes. 43 seconds to go.
That's some fire.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's going fast. Board slides. Full jam. He's not losing time. Look, 33 seconds to go. 4 tricks in already. Usually people do 7 tricks. You already did 4 tricks and still 30 seconds to go. Gap to front, Smith. And that no comply tail slide. I like that cruising style. That's going to be another guy with loose trucks. I'm telling you right now. Backside nose grind on the bank to leg. 13 seconds to go. Oh, on that vert wall. That was a gap to front Smith. That was hell of a round. Oh, Makoto Nishikawa putting it together. Okay, that was a great round. That was fun to watch. I like when the guys entertain the crowd. And I was entertained. Entire time I was watching this round.
Kato was pumped up as well, shredding across course. We haven't seen much vengeance like that on the course yet today, so really excited to see some attitude like that.
I wonder how the judges take this run. It wasn't very difficult. There was no flip tricks in the run, but he cruised around. He did a bunch of tricks, put everything down. In my opinion, that could be somewhere in the top 3, top 4 maybe. Let's see what the judges think.
Oh, 79 even, good enough for second
That's your
place.
finalist one, buddy.
Makoto Nishikawa in second place there with a 79 even.
You heard it, Ryan. He's sitting in second now, and we're going back to the top of the order with Napa Techuton Pairo from Bangkok, Thailand. I'm very sorry if I'm spelling this name wrong. It's a long one. It's difficult for me. I'm trying my best. We're in. The gap to front feeble. We're back in the park. The back tail on the bank to ledge. 32 seconds to go. Holding on to it.
Come on,
10 seconds to go. Come on. You still got time to squeeze them in.
4, 3,
Missing that bit. That was a really nice run. Napa Techuton Pairo. I'll show you guys see on the screen with Jarum Napa. That's Jarum got hurt, so he's not going to be skating today. Let's wait for the scores. 59.66. He's going to drop the score from his first round, and that's going to be 8th place so far. Somewhere on the bubble. I'm just going to say people who are sitting 6th and below, 6th to 12, are going to be on the bubble because we're in the middle of the starting list now. But next rider in Sora Negishi from Japan. I know all these guys are starting with A-frame gap to front people. It's a disaster. Quarter part. Back 180, 50-50. Takes a 180 fake ground. And a tray bomb into the bank. Oh, that style though. Really 20 seconds to go, buddy. Oh, missing that front crooks again.
Mangishi still got 10 seconds, go!
Hyper down the big side. That's the first person I see skating the stairs. That's not a small set. If you look at it, it's probably like a 9, 10 size. So Sora is trying to beat his own score of 71 from his first run. That is currently having him in 4th place. Following Daisuke Ikeda in first, Makoto Nishikawa in second, and Hoshino Haruto in third. So we're waiting an overview of the park and the spectators, the crowd we have here. I just heard Mike Rock on the mic. He's our DJ following the entire tour. Shout out to Mike Rock. Waiting for the scores of Sora, and they're getting in 75. That's gonna do it. And Sora is moving up to 3rd place, so he's currently top 3. Here's rider in. Makoto is sitting in 2nd, 50 seconds ago. That's our losing guy. Like that. And it's a watch. First fight, and then pole jam. By the same round. Sitting in 2nd. 30 seconds to go. For the A-frame. Gap to front, Smith once again. Boneless to tail. Front's a 180 grind. Oh, missed that one. 10 seconds to go. Some speed for the quarter pipe. And a gap to front, Schmidt. Last second, that's going to be the last trick. Oh, the back beat. He's got it all. He's got the technical tricks. This is down the first round. He just wanted to have a good score, which he did, 79.0. It's an amazing score. So in his second round, he tried to step it up and do some flip tricks and do some spins, do some technical stuff. Let's see what the judges think. And Makoto, the scores are about to drop in. There we go, 72.66. So he's gonna hold on to the first score, 79.0. He's safe. He can go have a drink. He can just chill, walk around, watch the other sports, and be with his homies, because he's pretty much guaranteed a spot in the finals that we're gonna see later in the day today.
Yeah, so we are going to be doing the finals later in the day. Like you said, it's going to be happening at 4:50 our time out here, so make sure you guys watch that on your calendar. I don't know exactly what time you're watching, but that is from local time out here in Japan. 4:50 is going to be the Skateboard Street Park Pro Finals. And there you go. Let's look at our leaderboard currently right now. And from the last heat there, Makoto moving himself into a comfortable 2nd place, followed by Sora Nagishi in 3rd place there, and Viljuk Napat in 8th over there.
Okay. Then the next, we got the practice, we got the sun out, we got all the people watching, we got the crowd. Look at the skaters who are just having a good time skating in the park. I personally can't wait to go skate it. Right after we have the webcast done, I'm just gonna get out there and skate for the rest of the day, because this park is amazing. And an amazing location too. What you guys see on the screen is the A-bomb Dome, the famous building here in Hiroshima, and we're located right next to it in downtown. I have seen the city doing their best in when it comes to promotion. They have been promoting the event all over the city. I have seen it on all the trams, all posters, LED screens, at the airport, everywhere I go.
Yeah, so it's super amazing when you come out to an event, you come to a new city and you're out here for an action sports festival, and you see that it's promoted on all the bus stops and billboards. You feel super welcome from the public out here.
Oh, I have so many people stopping me and asking for pictures and information about fees because they just saw I'm a Western person and with a skateboard, so they assume I'm here for the event. But so many people knew about it. Big props to the city of Hiroshima for doing a great job in promoting this event. I wish every city did the same and put the effort in, so a lot of the normal people in public gets to know about these sports and about the tour that we're bringing, because there's a lot of talent in the park. Speaking of talent, we got Pantuai Nopakorn from Thailand, another guy from the Thai crew that was just skating that's last 2 seconds of his run. Didn't put everything together, so he's probably gonna try do it all in his second round. Let's wait for the scores of Pantuai Nopakorn. And then the second rider after him is going to be another Thai homie, Pantuai Pakorn. Overview of the park. Goes up at Pantuai. That's Pantuai Nopakorn. And he's about to drop in 50 seconds on the clock. And there we go. Timer just started. Gap. Oh, missing gap from board. Board again. Like that big VIP. You're gonna be watching the BMX straight from there. Crooked grind from the bank to ledge. The carve in the quarter part in the back. Yeah, nice. That was a nice frontside nose grab. And missing the hurricane on the bank to rail. That's what I was talking about. It is super important for these guys to have the chance to go around the world, skate all these contests, so they get used to it, and they will just put the run together when it matters. Because I have seen this guy in the morning doing the run again and again, very easy, like over and over again. It was no problem for him. But then when it comes to the contest, these guys need the experience. They're amazing skateboarders. They got a lot of talent, but they just need the experience of going around and skating with all the other guys from all around the world, so they get used to it, and then it's not that difficult for them to do it in the contest. Like, we got our contest veterans, like our top 5 riders. They're gonna be starting in the last heat, and then next rider is gonna be Sasaki Raimu, and his 50 seconds are about to start in a second. So Pantuai Nopakorn and Pantuai Pakorn, they have scores of 49.33 and 44. Just so you know. Yep, we got Sasaki Raimu with a gap to back Smith. 40 seconds on the clock. Tray flip across the A-frame. Beautifully pushing the trick. Missing the back tail on the bank to latch. Not losing time. Let's get straight back to work.
Gap to back Smith is really
beautiful, right?
Super locked in. Yeah.
Gap to back lip. These kids are no strangers to some gnarly tricks. I wonder where they train here in Japan. I've never seen them before.
Yeah.
That's what freaks me out. How do you train to become an ultimate skateboard machine within a year, 2 or 3? I've been skateboarding for 21 years, and I know how long it takes to actually learn a trick. These kids, what is 13 probably? See what I'm talking about? It's frustrating though. I'm like super hyped for the kids, but then I'm like frustrated because I can't do these tricks. I wish I could. We saw Adrian Boulard. We got Adrian Boulard in the house. He just landed in yesterday. I didn't know he was coming.
Curly hair, man. I was like,
yeah, right?
Who's that guy?
Oh,
Waldo on course.
Waldo, exactly. And he completely changed. He's like on point.
Yeah?
Yeah, like knowing, whoever knows Adrian, he is this loose guy, like always chilling, didn't really stress. But then Adrian completely changed. He's like full on skating. Skate.
Wow.
Super nice to see.
On a mission.
On a mission, yeah. He was currently just came back from the States and he's killing it out there in the streets. He did some crazy stuff that's gonna come in this video. Okay, well, let's get back to this. Kanemoto Riku, another Japanese skater dropping in. 7 seconds on the clock. Gap to 50-50. Oh, that combo, yeah. Biggie Disaster revert. Quarter pipe, but then missing the front board. Oh, that's so unfortunate. So yeah, still 30 seconds to go. Still plenty of time for Kanemoto Riku from Japan. Frontside lip slide on the down rail. 20 seconds to go. 50 stall to get some speed and a crooked grind on the bank to ledge. He did some good tricks, but then some of the tricks are really too easy. I feel like he just wants to have the score. But it's not going to be easy to make the cut. Missing the trade. He wanted to step it up in the end of this round. And then we're gonna go back to the top of the order of the heat.
Really like that first one though. What was that? Big spin, fake reverse?
In the point point?
Yeah.
Yeah, backside big spin, disaster, 180 revert, yeah. So we're gonna go back to the top of the order. We're still waiting for the scores for Kanemoto Riku. Japanese skater coming from Okayama City, Japan. And there we are. First skater in the heat, Pantwai Nopakorn, Bangkok, Thailand. Member of the Thai skateboard national team. Shout out to Thailand for doing that and helping the skaters. Frontside lip slide on down rails. Nice. Backsmith. Oh! Wanted to step it out with the backsmith revert. Quarter pipe. Still 38 seconds to go. The run has just started. Pantwai Nopakorn. Some pushes coming back for the quarter pipe. Going switch for the rail with a switch front board. We missed that switch front board in the first round, so that's probably going to be a better score already. So far, 14 seconds to go. 13, 12, what you got? Oh! Let's get that big hammer for the end. 4, 3, 2, and that's gonna be time for Pantwai Nopakorn, Thailand. And then, as you heard, his brother Pakhorn Pantwai is about to start in a second. I was wondering what the similarity in the names was. It's Nopakorn Pantwai and Pakhorn Pantwai. How sick is that to have a brother that's your homie and that skates good enough to be on the national team, so you get to travel the world together. Missing that front board. Come on, Ba, you got that. 46 seconds to go. Plenty of time to put them together. The 50-50 in the quarter pipe. Back. Crooked grind, bank to ledge. Coming back for the A-frame. The gap to 50-50. Frontside 5-0. 25 seconds to go. And almost a hurricane. Bank to rail, the flat bar there. Last couple tricks. 13 seconds to go. Quarter pipe. Missing that edge. That is gonna be time for Pantwai Pakhorn. 2, 1. That's it. Still happy like that. Nobody's getting mad. That's why I like skateboarding. Everyone's having a good time. Everyone's here for the same reason, to skate and enjoy Japan. Such a pleasure to watch Adrian skate. Just saw him do the tray flip. And then he had the nollie front board in the back of the screen. Let's get back to the contest. The Sasaki Raimu. Sasaki. 60 seconds, 50 seconds. I'm sorry. About to start. And Sasaki is in. Starting it off with the backside overcrooks, rail, Switch 270 from, or maybe from feeble he tried. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know what he tried. Back 180 nose grind. Come on, Sasaki, you got that. I saw you do it a million times before. Another very talented kid from Japan. We're gonna hear more about this kid in the upcoming years, trust me. Tray flip over the A-frame. And a back tail. No speed, still putting it down. 10 seconds to go. Time for your last few tricks. The gap to back. Smith, that did though.
Yes.
That's gonna be time. That was way after time. See, thinking about it, he's 12 or 13 years. So how many years he has ahead of him to just be skating and having fun around the world?
Yeah, you can already do Smiths like that. Both runs, his back Smiths are amazing.
As I said, it's my favorite trick for a reason. That feeling when you dip the back Smith and you just hold it, go the distance, it's just golden. Trust me. It's so good. Next rider in, Kanemoto Riku, starting in a couple seconds. That's going to be the last skater in our heat. And then we're going to move on to the next heat and another set of 4 riders. Gap to backside 50-50. Oh, it's in the hammer this time. 37 seconds to go for Kanemoto. Front board, nice and steezy. 30 seconds. So happy to see all these new faces on the tour. You guys are watching, please come over. This is so much fun. We just want you. We want you to be skating. We need more riders, and we will happily take care of you while you're here. 9 seconds to go. Oh! Holding on, out counted. That was a contest make. Okay, time is up, but please come back. I want to see that tray flip down the stairs. That's for the crowd. There you go. Beautiful tray flip down the set. That was it. That was it for the heat. Riku Kanemoto, the last skater in. So we're gonna be waiting for the scores to drop in, and then in the meantime, just watch some practice, enjoy the sun, and some good skateboarding. We're gonna be back with you in a couple seconds.
Where are you at, Rio?
We got the scores in, as you guys see. Daisuke Ikeda starting in the first heat, still sitting in first. No wonder, because his score is 86.66. That's going to be very hard to beat. Second place, Makoto Nishikawa from Japan. Third, Sorane Gishi from Japan. Fourth, Hoshino Haruto from Japan. And then finally, first international rider, Oat Atewat in fifth. Sixth place, Nagai Kirana. In seventh, Takuya Ishizuka. In eighth, Vijaru Napad. Ninth, Tanaka Akira. 10, Wooden Sompong Chayakorn, Thailand. 11th, Hajate Kamimura. 12th, Sasaki Raimu. 13th, Asai Ensho. 14th, Konishi Linku. 15th, Daisuke Ikeda. Nakaura, I'm sorry, Daisuke Nakaura in 15th. 16th, Kanemoto Riku. 17th, Pantwai Nopakorn. And 18th, Pantwai Pakorn. So we got 18 riders. We have 18 riders who already finished their runs, and another heat of 4 amazing skateboarders is about to start in a couple seconds. First rider in will be Ryo Sagawa from Japan, Kanagawa, Japan.
All right, here we go.
Precise about it.
Another Japanese skater with some super cool swag out here.
And super cool Steve is also on skateboard. Oh, he's in. Nori 180. And a fake Yoli in the quarter pipe. I like that tail bash on that fake ollie and a back 3. Remember when I said tease? This guy's got it all.
You know, that's something that I'm really watching is more in the Japanese style. They seem to be flowing a lot more and just not so much worried about how many flip tricks they can do.
They just want to do tricks.
Yeah, but they as well just like have a bit more self-expression than we notice from the West Coast of riders.
True. It's like a lot of skating goes down in skate parks in Japan. Less street skating and more skate parks. So these guys are used to the ramps. Not these ramps necessarily, but ramps in general. And that impossible lip slide was amazing. Hey, we were just talking over his round, but that was actually an amazing round. Like, yeah, well, I want to see what the scores are going to be like, because this round was really difficult. Like, oh, that was a bad one to miss. Like, I was putting over the tricks, but I should have, because that's going to be a very high score. Just waiting for the scores for Ryo Sagawa.
He had one slip up in that run, but apart from that, it was just
it was a good run.
Blasting through everything. A lot of style, like I was saying. Not so much focus on just the flip tricks, but just some really cool flowing on the board.
And the scores are in 73.33, so that puts him in 5th. Finally, after a while, we have a skater that made it in the top 5. And pushing down Odd Atuan to 6th. Next rider in is gonna be Kaito Sagawa, coming from the Kanagawa prefecture in Japan. Oh, I'm sorry, Kaito's not starting, so it's gonna be Umeo Shu, also from Japan. And yep, just started, 46 seconds to go. For the vert wall, Bexa 5-0, ollie over the rail. For the Euro gap, front shove, that steez on the front shove. I like frontside shove it, so I appreciate people who can do that. This guy definitely can. See that front shove goes good now. 27 seconds to go. Yeah, the frontside tuck knee. I cannot tuck knee, I wish. Oh, nice. That's sex change. I like that. Oh. Is that a trick? I call it a trick. Give him some points. That's bad. Hey, guys. Frontside blunt. 5 seconds to go. Time for the last trick. Umeo Shu. A gap to back. Oh, slam after time, judges, just so you know. Like, my favorite trick of the line was probably the trick he didn't do. Not that he did bad tricks, he did good tricks, but I really enjoyed the little touchdown. It's just funny to see, like, I know what he was like in his head. Like, gotta go. Well, I do the same thing, like you're like ready to do a trick, but then something doesn't work out, or there's like a screw sticking. Well, that was not the case, you got a good part, but I'm just making an example. And then like something doesn't go well, so you're like already halfway in the trick, but then you just don't execute. You're like, okay, well, whatever, just let go. Okay, Sasaki Toa, next rider in, our last rider in this heat.
Looks like, I wish you had ages on this. He looks like he's 9 years old. Well, I'm sorry if I'm offending you, but you look incredibly young. What? Sasaki, go shredded, man. Woo! Blasted.
Definitely kills it. And that 50-50 gap out, tray flip.
Sasaki Toya.
Sasaki Toya is the amateur. Oh, he does that kickflip from board every try. He actually is the Japanese AM skater of the year last year, or something, or junior skater.
Yeah,
sorry.
this is going to be
one junior. Back 3, look, boom. Oh, he doesn't ever go.
This is going to be a name that you need to keep on the table for years to come.
You know what's sad? Being this amazing at the age of whatever he is, I'm gonna say less than 10, he cannot go to the Olympics because he doesn't even meet the criteria. But by the time the Olympics kick in 2 years, he will definitely have the skills. But he's too young. It's crazy to see all this talent here in Japan. I can't wait. I wish we had more stops in Japan so I can just go around and see all these kids killing it in all the sports. And you know what? There's going to be some amazing people in BMX Flatland and BMX Park and Roller. And then parkour, we have all these kids are gonna be killing. I'm telling you right now. I'm just gonna be watching all this. I'm not going away from this park for the next 2 days. Scores are in, and it's gonna be 19th place with a 50.66. This kid can definitely step it up in the next round. Trust me. If he puts it together, that's a top 5 round. So we're gonna go back to the top of the order. So the next rider in should be Ryo Sagawa from Kanagawa, Japan.
Who is one of our first riders to break into the top 5 that we saw in a while. So Ryo doing it for his second run. Gonna have to watch and see what he has up his sleeve.
He's definitely got some good tricks. This is the naughty backside flip over the A-frame, bang to bang. That gap there makes it look cooler. I like how they decided, our park builders decided to make it open one half of the A-frame and then closed for the other part. It makes it look way cooler than if it just was closed for the entire obstacle. Was it a Hurricane or a board slide? Did he lock the truck in? Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Impossible lid is just so cool. Tray flip 50-50.
I was pretty sure that was Hurricane.
That's gonna be it. Show us the last trick. Maybe it wasn't because he tried it again. But yeah, I couldn't tell. That's what I was asking. It's just like the angle of the camera didn't let us see. He's stoked. He's sitting in 5th. He's safe. Well, saying safe, but we got some heavy hitters coming in towards the end.
True.
So whoever is not sitting in the top 5 is in the danger zone.
And so he is going to be holding with his first run score there of 73.33. That is the better one of the day.
I was saying 77 and above. That's usually what kind of is the level to let you make the cut, and that's exactly where Odd Atiwat from Thailand is sitting in 17th, currently in 6th. So let's hope Odd is gonna hold on to that. Well, he's gonna hold on to that score, but he's gonna make the cut to the finals. Okay, next rider in Umeo Shu, a Japanese skater with a backside 5-0 on the vert quarter pipe, ollie over the rail. For the Euro gap with that front shove. I like how he's holding on to it. Staying on the board. 30 seconds to go. For the big quarter pipe section. That was frontside Indy. Sex change. Easy. I need to learn these tricks. That's the new age tricks. Oh, see, now he did it. That's the trick he missed in the first one. Trades with lever. For the hubba, front blunt, pop out. I like that pop out. 5 seconds to go, but squeeze it in. Last 3, 2, 1. That's gonna be time at the back tail to Fakey.
Oh, that was in.
It was a perfect round, wasn't it?
Beautiful.
One of the first perfect rounds we have actually seen.
Wow, beautiful execution out there from.
Is that gonna make the top 5? Probably will. Look at the homies. They're like, yeah, but he killed it. Yeah, do you think so? Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
You got it. Beers on you tonight. Nah, no beers. These kids are very young. That's a joke.
Umio, no, 65. Good enough for 8th place.
Sitting in 8th.
Okay.
It was a good round, though.
It was a nice run. Sasaki
We got
Joy.
young little champ.
I'm sorry about the pronunciation. How do I say it? Sasaki Toy. Toa.
I would say Toa.
Okay, Sasaki Toa. Drop.
Toa
Oh!
with a big
Blasting.
frontside blast.
Yeah.
50-50. Look at the speed. Tray flip. Putting it together now.
Keep in mind his board is 2/3 the size of his body.
Yeah, right. Keep it from board like nothing, like a grown man. Outside edge. Rainbow back 3. Putting it together now.
That's how you
17 seconds
do
to
it,
go,
man.
young champ. Yep. 10, 9, grind gap to front flip.
Yes!
Hold on. Oh, and the front side flip in the quarter pipe. That's how you do it
This
here.
is how you get Amateur Skater of the Year.
Oh, that was after time, judges.
Perfect run to Sasuke.
That was sick. Getting
Yeah.
props from my homie Yamato Kosuzu. Shout out to Yamato.
Come on, my misfit.
Oh, yeah. Is he the youngest competitor in the pro event we have here? He might be.
Might be.
Very, very young.
That is amazing, regardless.
Misfit killer. Getting props from everyone. No wonder I give him props if I was in the park. He is fine. Let's wait for the scores. So Sasaki Toa was our last rider in the heat, and we will have 3 more heats to show you guys. Let me walk you through the heat. It's gonna be starting with Yuto Watanabe from Tokyo, Japan, Yamato Kosuzu from Aichi, Japan, Keyshawn Johnson, Long Beach, California. All the American homies, shout out. Then Takerai Jordan from London, France. Oh, London, England, I'm sorry. Typos here. The UK. Then the next heat, Yoshikawa Kaeda from Japan, Adrian Boulard from France, and Timote Lampe-Ignic from Slovenia. Followed with the last gear in the heat, Risho Turi from Košice, Slovakia. And then the last heat is going to be Xander Gabriel from Van Nuys, California. George Poole, currently living in France, but originally from the UK. And the last gear in will be Joseph Carpaccio from Le Havre, France. Let's get to it. Next rider in, so as I said, it's going to be Watanabe Yuto. The Thresher Woody.
Entry number 25 from Tokyo, Japan. 渡辺優斗選手の出走です。さあ、それでいきましょう。渡辺優斗選手スタート。
Watanabe Yuto is dropping in and coming for the A-frame. The gap. Oh, that was a heavy slam on his wrists. That usually hurts, but not when you're in the run. Like all the adrenaline kicks in, you just keep on going. Half gap board slide on the bump to rail. Coming back for the rail with the backsmith. Execution on the backsmith. Nose grab the tail. And a 3 shove, or actually an impossible. 13 seconds to go, buddy. Got it. Still 2. You can do 2 tricks. 8, 7, 6, 5. Yuta Watanabe is gonna go for his last trick. Front Smith across and down. Oh, completely disappearing behind the back. That's gonna be it for Watanabe Yuto. Oh, he is hurt. It was a hard slam, like right in the beginning. It's difficult to put it together. Like usually, like the adrenaline, as I said, the adrenaline kicks in, so you don't think about it, and you just go through the 50, 60, whatever seconds it needs, and then after the run, you just destroy. Yep. Let's get back to the park. Yamato Kosuzu, homie that came to a contest I'm organizing in the Czech Republic in the summer as well. So I got to know Yamato. He stayed in Europe with us for a little bit. 2 summers ago. Coming from Aichi, Japan, bought the drop in. 50 seconds on the clock. Yamato with a big ollie. First person to clear the gap. Back D, work hard, and that hop on the tray flip. 37 seconds to go. 50-50 stall. Getting some speed coming for the A-frame. And a gap to back lip. Oh yeah, boneless, front up boneless in the quarter pipe. And a crooked grind on the rail to set up for the next trick. Still 17 seconds to go. That's how you put it together. Front feet. Yamato's killing it. And the feeble grind and the front side pole jam. 4, 3, 2, do it, Yamato. And oh, that would have been amazing with that cab. That was a really good round. Please give me the top 5 right here. That's at least 8 or 9 tricks. He just kept them going. Boom, boom, boom. Got Sander Gabriel in the shot now. He's about to start in about 2 minutes. I'm waiting for the score so far. Yamato goes through.
All right, everyone off.
You'll tell me or whatever.
Waiting for the scores to just come in. If you guys are tuning in, take a look at some replay looks.
Slow-mos we got after the rounds. We're just watching Yamato, waiting for his score. 81.33. There we go. We got a second place. Nice.
Yeah, Yamato taking that second place there. Well deserved and near flawless run.
First person coming kind of close to Daisuke Ikeda, who's been holding on to the first spot since heat number 1. But okay, we're coming in with the heavy hitters now. With the foreign skateboarders, first of them, Kishore Johnson from USA. With a nollie from board. That's a big gap to clear nollie, let me tell you that. Whew. And he's skating up the obstacles that people go down. He's got so much pop and strength. This guy, watch his Instagram. He skates up rails like nobody else in the world. Come on, Kishore, you got it, man. Kishore is a good friend of mine. I'm super hyped to have him on the tour. And we're probably going to see him all around the world. He's going to be traveling with us. He hit me up. He said he wants to do the whole tour. If I could help him come to Japan, like just give him some information on that. There we go. Kishore's here.
Oh, yeah.
That's amazing. This guy just goes. Frontside 50.
Yes. Oh, this is an energy run.
Strength. So much power.
Just killing it, man.
He just overpowers everyone. Like, just watching him skate makes me happy because there's just so much power in that. Yeah, Kishore, well done. Waiting for the scores.
Check out this gap here over the entire table section.
Isn't it like 7 meters long?
That's a huge gap.
I would never, ever clear that.
Kishore Johnson all the way from the United States making it over for our first stop at the FIS World Series. He says he wants to do it all. And let's see how his score links up against the rest of our top Japanese athletes so far today in the skateboard semi-finals out here. All the athletes trying to win themselves a spot for the finals. It's going to be happening later today at 4:50 p.m. Japanese time, so make sure you guys watch that on your calendar. That's 4:50 over here, our local time in Japan.
This has to be a good score. He just skated completely different. The diversity of his skating is just completely different to all the riders we have seen so far. We're still waiting for the scores. No wonder, because the judges are discussing what should they score this. Nobody else skates up the stairs. Nobody else clears the huge gap. So what scores do you put on that round? I wouldn't want to be there sitting with the judges and trying to come up with a score for this round. See, Kishore's probably like, yeah, they don't know. They don't know what to score this. 73.66, that's a decent score. Currently putting Kishore in 7th. I feel like it should be a little higher. It could be somewhere in the top 5. It could be 4th. But yeah, that's what the judges think. Next rider in.
Banjo playing.
Yeah, you saw him. He plays banjo everywhere. Like, I met him with it in his hand. And the feeble down, Jordan Thackeray from UK. Our fans teammate. 40 seconds to go. With a backsmith. Oh, missing that one. He came to Japan, he's so stoked that he's like, I'm just going to stay here for a month. I'm going to go to Tokyo and hang out with the homies and skate. It's like, I'm so excited on this culture.
I'm super pumped on seeing these guys come out here and be so excited to be a part of the FWS, of this FIS World Series Tour for 2018. Everyone's so excited that we're starting it off out here in Japan. Jordan came over, he's playing banjo on the bus ride from the plane. You know, we all had a very long trip. He was just having fun making music for everyone else. Looks like he's not quite able to hold that perfect run together on course right here, but that's why the athletes have 2 runs to prove it and make sure that they get their spot in the finals. Didn't come all the way out from London for nothing.
He's got it. He's got second run. This kid is killing it. I've seen his tricks on Instagram. I was just checking his Instagram yesterday, and he just knows. He just knows how to skate. So hopefully he puts it together in round number 2. Waiting for the scores of Jordan to drop in, and up next is gonna be Yuto Watanabe. So we're gonna go back to the top of the order. Gonna be starting rounds number 2. Jordan coming all the way from London, UK. Hopefully we're gonna see more of him this year. Usually, like, when the skaters finally come to one of these stops, they usually stick with us and skate, because we have a lot of fun. Like, it's just fun to be here, not only here, but be on the tour with all the other homies. It's kind of family vibe that we have going on. So hopefully we're gonna see Jordan coming with us for the rest of the year, playing banjo everywhere.
Would love to see that, Jordan. You are invited cordially by myself.
Myself too. Very, very happy to see you.
Yuto Watanabe on course out here. Let's see.
Gap to lip, blunt to fakie on the quarter pipe. Starting off way better than first round. Half gap board slide with a bump to rail. 33 seconds to go. 3 tricks in. Missing the backsmith. 28. Wow, you got a lot of time. 25 seconds.
Lead to tail.
Lead to tail on the quarter pipe. Isn't that impossible? Yuto Watanabe, first skater in the heat, and his second round. 9, 8. Feeble grind, pop out, the fly bar, bang to bang. Ending round, feeble to 50 to feeble, that combo. The good thing about the rail is that it is so long that you can just do combos like this. And that was it for Yuto Watanabe. And that was his second round. So he's gonna be trying to squeeze in the top 12 in these semifinals to make the cut to the finals that will be starting at 4:50 p.m. local Japan time. If you guys are watching in Europe, it's -7 hours. And in the States, California, I'm gonna say it's -16 compared to what we have here in Japan. But the next rider in will be the homie Yamato Kosuzu, coming from Aichi, Japan. Yamato is currently sitting in second with 81.33, and he had one slam. So if he puts it together, we might be looking at a new leader. Starting off strong with the ollie over the entire box with the back D and a tray flip. Look at that style. I like the headband too. 30 seconds to go. 3 tricks in. Gap to back lip. Powerful. Frontside flip in the quarter pipe. He's not losing time. Just goes. Look at grind. He was going so slow. 17 seconds to go. Yamato is on the safe side. Oh! That was a heavy move. Frontside nose grind in the pull in. 3, 2, 1. Give us the nose grind. Oh! Yes, Yamato. That was the crowd pleaser at the end of this round. I'm actually friends with Yamato, and I see him on Instagram, and I've seen him in person. I spent time with him, and he was always good. But in the last year, he just became that much better. Seeing him here is just, yeah, it's really, really cool. Waiting for the score, 77.66. Doesn't matter, he'd still make the top 4 though. He'd be still sitting in 4th, but he had the score of 81.33, which puts him in 2nd. So next rider up, Keyshawn Johnson, currently sitting in 7th with a score 73.66. To try to break into the top 5, he needs a 75 and higher. So Keyshawn's dropping in. 50 seconds on the clock. Nollie from board on the A-frame. Some strong pushes going up the stairs with the ollie up.
I love that, man.
Speed check.
Big pop.
And then a switch board slide down the rail. Come fakie to the hubba. Fakie 50-50. That's how you do it. Yes, Keyshawn. Strong pushes coming back for the rail. The lip slide. Yeah, 20 seconds to go. Keyshawn, take your time. Clear it.
For the gap
Strong
here.
push. Ollie across. 50-50 stall. Come back for the rail. Yes!
Yeah,
People on
Keyshawn.
that fly bar. Killed it. 3, 2, 1. You don't need to do it, but that was a really good round for Keyshawn. And a whoa, crossing down Smith grind. That's Keyshawn. That's how you get in the top 3. Wow. Oh my God, Keyshawn, you nailed it. So high, like I'm seriously so high.
Three tricks after
Oh
buzzer.
Lord. Score him for all the tricks, please. He just kept it coming. Wow.
28番 from London
Give him 100.
Green Jordan ですね。さあ、今の
How do you win that gap with one push? I would hear if someone told me one push. 79.66. But he is in 3rd. But who else can do the tricks he did? Okay, well, at least we're gonna see Keyshawn in the finals. I'm stoked about that. Okay, next rider in, and also the last rider in this heat. The entertainer, the homie, Jordan Thackeray from UK. 43 seconds to go. One trick in. Yeah, the Madonna. Oh, wow! What even was that?
I have no idea what that was. He's skating such loose trucks, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, slap it from Reaver, maybe. I don't know. Damn! Wow. Hurricane Reaver. This guy. Please, just go. I want to see you in the finals. He's just gonna go nuts if he makes the cut. 12 seconds to go for Jordan on the clock. Then a backlip, no speed. Putting it together. Yeah, right. What do you even call that trick? Someone please tell me the name of the trick. Yeah, Tony Hawk.
Dark side, no?
No. Dark side, he would have to go on the rail. But I used to do it when I was a kid. I just didn't know the name, and I still don't know the name. So someone please text me on Instagram. Text me the name of the trick, or tag someone doing it or something. Okay, waiting for the scores for Jordan Thackeray. People practicing. And the next heat, the skaters in the next heat that are getting ready currently will be Kaede Yoshikawa, Adrian Bullard, Timotej Lampe-Ignic, and my homie Risho Turi from Košice, Slovakia. Shout out to all the homies in Košice. I know you guys are watching. So we're gonna be seeing Risho in no time. And I have been skating with him in the park. He's been killing it. He's on point. Hopefully he puts it together this time. But yeah, look at that crowd. It's not even 12 yet. Oh, it actually is. It's 12:03. And we got the scores in, the current leaderboard. Daisuke Ikeda still holding on to the first place with 86.66, with Yamato Kosuzu from this heat with 81.33 sitting in second. Third place, currently Keyshawn Johnson with 79.66. Fourth place, Makoto Nishikawa 5th, Sasaki Toa. 6th, Sora Negishi. 7th, Hoshino Haruto. 8th, Ryo Sagawa. 9th, Ruenganshiri Atiwat. Well, that's Ot Atiwat. And Nagai Kirana sitting in 6th. 11th place, Umeo Shu. 12th, Jordan Thackeray, currently sitting on that bubble because 12 people make the cut to the finals. 13th place, Takuya Ishizuka. 14th, Vijarung Napat. 15th, Akira Tanaka. 16th, Watspon Chayakorn. 17th, Hayate Kamimura. Sasaki Raimo in 18th. Asai and Shou in 19th. 20th place, Konishi Linku. 21, Yuta Watanabe. 22, Daisuke Nakaura. But let's get back to the park.
And back up. Let's start up our next one for Kaida Yoshikawa. Going to be starting off his run here. Heat number 8 of 9. We are almost ready, folks. Almost down and out. Kaida Yoshikawa dropping in on the vert ramp out there on the Fees wall. Sun is blistering and shining out here. Super excited. Yes.
This kid is no stranger to winning. Last year or 2 years ago, he won the Asian Championships that was held in Shanghai, and that gave him a spot in like an international league. So he's trying to step into FIS, into our FIS World Series, and he's gonna be trying to skate our tour as well this year. But there we go, 23 seconds to go for Kaede Yoshikawa. You just saw him having one slam with a kickflip from front at the beginning. Just missing the hard flip down the set, the big 3, middle of the park. 8 seconds to go for Kaede. 3, 2, it's gonna be time for the last trick. And that's gonna be time. And that was actually up before that frontal flip, so that was for the crowd, for the huge crowd we have here in Hiroshima at the stadium. Up next, gonna be our favorite Adrien Boulard from France. Usually our best trick winner. Whenever there is something gnarly going on, it is Adrien. Last time I saw him backside flipping into a vert ramp quarter pipe. It was insane. It was in Paris, in Montpellier last year. But there we go, Adrien.
New haircut.
Look at the haircut, yeah.
He's back at it. Adrien Boulard. Back on course.
How many tricks is he gonna do? He usually just jokes around and does like a million tricks. Like, hey, there we go, starting it off. Like before the clock started, nollie 360 into the back, nollie backflip on the rail, and a nollie crooks down the hubba. That's how you do it. 40 seconds to go, 3 tricks already on the list. And a nollie front board on the bump to bar. Switch front board on the way down. Look at the pink grip tape he's got. And a switch tail. 7 tricks, 20 seconds to go. That's Adrien, as we know.
The thing about him is he does not skate super fast, but he just seems to get
fun,
a lot of tricks in the bag.
Whoopa! That tray flip. Backside lip slide down the rail. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Oh, there we go. He's gonna be kick flipping into the ramp. Whoa! In his run now. He used to do it in the best tricks. He's stepping his game up. That was after time though, this lap. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tricks in his run in 50 seconds. Every 5 seconds he does 1 trick.
So the score to be right now is at 86.66 from Ikeda.
How crazy is that? The Daisuke Ikeda is still holding on to the first place, even though he was in the first heat. Wow.
So that is the score to beat. No, Adrien is not going to be able to do it. It's 80.66. Good enough for 3rd place there. So you see Richard Turre as well looking on. Timon Telan. Timote about to drop in for his chance.
Slovenian skater Timote Lampegnic, and he finished 5th in the overall rankings of the tour. I've known Timote for a long time. He's been a good friend of mine for many years. It was a backlip in the quarter pipe and the tray flip across the A-frame, missing the back tail. That's rare to see. Timmy usually puts it together. He's one of the most famous Slovenian skateboarders that has ever skated in Slovenia. Going a feeble to 50-50 pop out on the rail. Frontside ollie in the third quarter pipe. 15 seconds to go for Timmy. And a pole jam indie. It's a nice move. I wasn't expecting it to do that. Going for the down rail. Kick flip front board. 2, 1. Oh, you should have squeezed one more in. That's going to be it for Timote Lampegnic. Coming from Ljubljana, the capital of Slovenia in Europe.
Yeah.
Waiting for the scores for Timote. Currently heat 8 of 9, as you see on the screen. And we got some replays of Timmy. The kick flip frontside board slide on the down rail. The V's logo closing it up, waiting for the scores. And up next is gonna be Risho Turi from Slovakia, Košice. So we're about to see some good skating in the next couple seconds. Oh, scores in 72.66, currently in 10th place. And there we go. Homies in. Risho is the last skater in this heat, in heat 8 of 9, and his first round of 50 seconds is about to start. And Risho is just dropping in for the A-frame. Nose blunt, gap to nose blunt on the A-frame. Some pushes, turn in that quarter pipe. Kick flip front board on the down rail. And a back blunt on the hubba. We went through this round a couple times, so trust me, this is amazing round. Watch that. Tail slide 270 out.
You get all that inside knowledge, don't you?
I have a little bit. A little bit. Risho's in for the down rail. Big spin back blunt. Oh, holding on. Nice, Risho. Please stay on that board. For the rail, bump to bar with the front blunt. 7, 6, 5, 4, and heel flip backboard. 2, 1, and a kick flip through. That was after time. Nobody count that in. Right after the buzzer. That was a perfect run. So many kick flips. Just a couple years ago, there was usually no kick flips. Like, oh, I mean kick flips, yes, but no kick flips into slides or grinds. And these days, some of these people just do kick flip into everything. Risho is one of them, like Chaz Ortiz, Risho. All these guys, they're so ahead of other people in the tricks they do. The score to beat is 86.66. He's probably gonna hold because of the last one. Even though it was after time, it was a slam, so probably gonna affect the score a little bit. It should definitely be a top 3 score. Looking at Risho and Timote, discussing the run, and the score is about to drop in a couple seconds.
Right, Smooth still holding that score on top with 86.66. Just really is the one to beat out there. Richard has his run just, like you said, in with the judges. The judges are delegating.
Trick-wise, it was the most difficult run of them all. That's 100%. Every skateboarder watching this webcast knows that putting this together, trick after trick, kickflip into something, is more difficult than anything we have seen today. So that's going to determine what the judges think. Joseph, 81 even. That's putting Risho in 3rd currently. 81.0. I like that. That's a decent score. So props to the judges for the correct score.
So 3rd place that you see for Richard Turi.
That's a good starting position.
Here we go, Yoshikawa for his second
Kaede,
run.
Yoshikawa, we're going back to the top of the order. And his 50 seconds are about to start. No time. Look at that beautiful setup we have here. What is that tower though? Do you know what that tower is by the par?
No, I don't.
I've seen these in Tokyo a bunch, so I was just wondering what is it. Missing the kickflip from board like he did in the first round. 40 seconds to go. And a big spin from board. The big advantage of these Japanese skaters is that they're so light that it's easy for them to take the impact. Like the smaller bodies that they have. It's just really good for skateboarding. Kickflip frontside nose grind on the bouncer ledge. I didn't expect that. 15 seconds to go. But he's losing a lot of time. He should put more tricks in his round. He's only done 4 tricks so far. And missing a hard flip. Still 7 seconds though. You can still do 2 tricks. 3, 2, 1. That's gonna be time for Kaede, but he's still gonna do that trick for the crowd. Big flip front board. Unfortunately, not putting it together. Kaede is currently sitting in 14th, just outside of the cut. Waiting for the scores, but it's probably not gonna beat the score of 65.66 that Kaede has been holding on since his first round. And yes, the scores are dropping in a second. Just up next is gonna be Adrian Bullard. The screen is on Adrian. Next rider in, 50 seconds on the clock. Coming from France, Adrian Bullard, winner of many of our FWS World events, winner of many of the best tricks, starting it off the same with the nollie 270 into the bank, nollie backflip on the rail, nollie close on the little hubba. Well, I say little, it's not a little hubba, but it's a smaller hubba. Nollie front board, the bump to flat bar. 30 seconds with a switch front board down the rail. Yeah, Adrian, that's how you do it. Switch tail. 20 seconds to go. 6 tricks deep. Backs up. Ah! Look at he's like, how did I miss that? Turn, coming for the tray flip. Tray flip down the big set. And a magician. How did he land this?
Like, how are his
Yeah,
on that?
like it's like after time, people. That slam was way after time. That's not gonna count. He's trying to like, what happened at that back flip? I've done it. I've done it on everything. Like he gets mad, but it's like funny mad.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, what? He's definitely a character to watch.
So there's some beautiful highlights of our park out here in Hiroshima. Super excited, obviously, that we can welcome you guys to our first stop of the FWS World Series 2018, and it is in Japan. That's right, we're live from Hiroshima right now. You just watched Adrian Bullard finish his second run of the semifinals for the Skateboard Pro Park. And he's going to be holding with his first run score, which is good enough for fourth place.
That's amazing.
Still very good.
Yeah, he's safe.
80.66. Totally safe.
But next rider up is not safe. Currently sitting in 11th. Almost on that bubble with 72.66 with the Slovenian rider Timotej Lapenic. He is dropping in score. The clock is, the timer started, missing the front blunt. Timmy started again. Just run up there and do it again. You still got 39 seconds to go. Coming for the rail. 5. The big spin front. Oh, not putting it together. Timmy said he didn't feel quite well. And I remember you said you didn't feel well when you arrived. Like a bunch of people had the same problem, like getting sick or just not feeling completely. He said he's feeling off. Like hasn't been feeling the board the way he usually feels it.
That's always something so difficult, isn't it? When you're just not exactly feeling right on par.
It's just that you're not in the zone where you need to be. He has the tricks. He has what it takes. He knows what needs to be done. He has been going through this. He's a contest veteran. He knows how to put his rounds together, and I have seen him winning big contests around the world. This guy is a professional athlete, but yet he can't put it together because he just doesn't feel good enough today. And even in the morning when I arrived in the park, it's like, Thomas, I'm really feeling off my board today, off balance. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm feeling cold, just shaking. Like, yeah, you could tell. Like, he just did not have that day.
Yeah, it's not a good feeling to feel at all. Anyone of us traveling out here, but especially the athletes in particular, who have to just be there's so much physical excruciating and you know, putting themselves through so much endurance. But Risha Turi, actually, who's sitting now in 3rd place comfortably as well, he's going to be taking court.
He's gonna be, no, you know what he's gonna be taking? He's gonna be taking the lead. Oh no! Jinxed it. I'm not gonna say that again. I'm sorry, Risha, but you're in 3rd, so you don't have to worry. How many kickflip curves can he miss? Nah, he's gonna do it. He's got that trick a lot. Like, he's been practicing that. He's doing it back and forth again and again. Flip backboard. Still 13 seconds with that kickflip curves. There we go. That's it. Show how I know him. 9, 8, and a kicky back tail. Kickflips on kickflips on kickflips.
I like how you're calling it before it even happens. And a kicky back tail.
I know that by heart. We visualized it, we went through it, we did it, we practiced it. Now, but he's got several rounds he wants to do, so he's just like asking these suggestions because he has so many tricks, so many options these parks are giving us because it's a well-built park.
Yeah.
So these riders who can do the tricks, they have so many options and so many ways to choose. So Risho, having tricks on every obstacle, you cannot hit every obstacle in the park unless you just flow around, but then you just have to step down the difficulty of the tricks. And Risho is a person that he likes to do the most difficult tricks out of all the skaters out there. So he's choosing the top 7 or 8 tricks that he can squeeze into the 50 seconds. That's why we went through it and we just discussed what to do and what not to do. See, it's a completely different approach by, say, Adrian and Risho. Because Adrian just goes around and does very basic tricks and goes slow, but does a lot of them on every obstacle. But then Risho, for example, would never do that. He would feel uncomfortable doing it. He'd rather do a little less tricks, but every trick would be top-notch. It would be difficult. But then Adrian might not be willing to do what Risho does. So it's not better or worse, it's just completely different.
And you have an athlete like Kashad in the back there who's just shredding across course and airing massive gaps there.
It's crazy. Risho's second score was, I know it doesn't matter because the judges probably know his first score is going to be the one that holds, but his second score was 64.33, which would put him in 17th place. He only had 2 missed tricks, and the rest was really good. It's probably just the scores that don't count.
Yeah.
Okay, well that was it for the heat. Actually, I forgot to say that. And last, that's gonna be the 9th heat. We had a field of 35 skaters skating the semifinals here today in Hiroshima, Japan, at the first stop of the FIS World Tour that we are having here. And the last heat is only gonna be consisting of 3 skaters. The first person in is not Richard Turi, as you see, that's Xander Gabriel, coming from Van Nuys, California, originally coming from Ojai, California as well. That my homie. I have been traveling the world with Xander for the last couple of years. One of my best friends. I usually stay with him when I go to the States. It's just, oh, it's so windy. You could even see Xander saying, why is it so windy now? So hopefully Xander puts it together. He's in. 47 seconds to go. Starting it off with a gap backsmith. Xander's got a mean backsmith. Expect a big backsmith from him in the next video part. He's throwing gap to front, feeble. This guy is no stranger to rails. Watch his video part. You're going to be mind blown. 32 seconds to go with a 50-50 on the out rail. Oh, that's a go-to for Z. Back blunt on the hubba. Just missing that one. 20 seconds to go. 18. 17. Come on, Z, you got that. Coming for the bump to bar. Whoa! What a save! Look at George Poole. It's like, what? 4 seconds to go. Last trick, see? Good grind, pop over. That was a good round. It was sketchy at some parts, but the tricks he did were super, super difficult. Sander's probably like, thanks God for that front 180 switch kick.
Alright, Georgie Wall, you're next.
Someone needs to tell Sander to wax that hubba so he can do that back blunt in the next round and make that top 3 where he needs to be. Okay, we're waiting for the scores for Xander Gabriel. Yeah, Z, I'm hyped. That was a good round.
Okay, so as scores are gonna come in, wait and see where he's gonna end up. A couple bobbles, and that's
Whoopa! 74.5, which is putting Xander in 9th place. That's the
Georgie
Poole. Still
Poole.
got 2 riders dropping in. George Poole finishing 2nd in the World Tour last year, and Joseph Carpaccio finishing 3rd. So that's going to be 2 heavy hitters dropping in. And George is in with the backsmith on the down rail, throwing it up with the nollie crooks down the hubba. George is a Frenchman, currently living in France, but originally from UK. So he's an English guy. Back to 7-11, bump to bar. Getting some speed, coming for the A-frame. Doing a front Smith on the A-frame. A push, and a front blunt. Soft bank quarter pipe. Yep. Back 180, 50-50. Bump to ledge. 11 seconds to go. Perfect round so far for George. What do you have, George? That was an interesting back D. I thought it was a backside A. T1 and a pole jack. That's a perfect round for George. I feel like it felt really good, but like knowing George, that was just a round to get the scores in.
Yeah, kid has
He just
a lot
won.
under his belt.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
so much. This guy is no stranger to gnarly tricks. He's probably saving. He's smart. He's playing it smart. He's saving it for the finals because he knows all he needs to do now is make the top 10 or top 12, depending on how many people make the cut today, and then go full ham in the finals. Yeah, he's probably talking about the back D, like. So I was gonna do a backside here, but nah, back D, bam, smash it. There we have our 2 English riders. Xander, always hype. He's an entertainer. Do you know Xander?
Yeah, I know Xander.
Yeah, he's always throwing in jokes, always partying, always having a good time. And
George Poole always shredding broken, it feels like. Wait for his score still. As you just saw, Xander Gabriel dropped in there with a 74.5, so it's pretty hard to rival that 86.66 on top there. And we have right now on screen Joseph Carpaccio, who's going to be dropping in. We're going to have to wait for the scores to come in for our other athlete. But until then, let's see what Joseph Carpaccio has. Current defending FWS World Series champion from 2017.
Joseph's in, 46 seconds to go, gap to back lip, and a frontside air from 180 in the quarter pipe. Some strong pushes going for the bump to bar, the nollie board slide, and it pop out. 33 seconds, and a tray, overturning the tray for a little bit, but still throwing it down. Gap to lip on the third quarter pipe. Nollie nose many. Still 17 seconds to go. Perfect round for Joseph so far. Nollie lip slide. And a nose blunt down the hubba ledge. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's gonna be time right at the hurricane. So that's gonna count in. That's gonna make it 89 tricks for Joseph with the perfect round. last person to skate. And after we see some replays, probably we're gonna go back to the top of the order to Xander Gabriel for his second round of the day. The slow-mos of the gap to lip, and that was a nollie nose medi on the manual pad. Just waiting for the scores of Joseph to drop in. Look at the crowd. So many people are coming into the venue as the time goes.
If you guys are able to make it out, remember we have tons of events coming up. It's not just about skateboard, but we have a lot of other jam-packed action sports coverage going on this weekend. So make sure you tune in to our respective channels and check out what's happening. Next rider up is Xander Gabriel. Going to try it for his second run to see if he can improve that score that he currently has.
Xander is currently sitting in 10th or 11th place, depending on Joseph's score, which we don't know yet, but we are about to find out in a minute. But let's first get back to Xander. It's about to drop in the skate park. His 50-second timer is set, and there we go. Xander's in the park. In for the backsmith, the A-frame, 50-50 in the quarter pipe. Back for missing that front feeble. That is a go-to. I see Xander do this everywhere. The back blunt in the quarter pipe. Backside 50-50, stepping off. Quite getting it. 19 seconds to go for Xander. 13, 12. Yeah, see. 7. Yeah, Xander not putting it together, but he is gonna hold on to the score from his first round for 74.5, which is a decent score that should be enough to put Xander in the finals, and that's what matters. Once you make it to the finals, that's a whole new game, a whole new contest, because these scores will not matter. It's not going to affect the score that you get in the finals. It's going to be, again, it's going to be 2 rounds, best round counts. I'm going to say we're going to have a 60-second round format in the finals that we usually have. I don't know, because we got rained out yesterday. We had to make everything shorter today. These guys are having 50-second rounds today for the semis that we're watching now. Hopefully we're going to move it to the 60-second format, but we're going to see what happens in the afternoon. But back to the skate park, we got George Poole waiting for his second round. George is currently sitting in 6th with 79.83. The backside nose blunt starting it strong. Remember when I said he's got so much in his bag that he can show? That's like, yeah, back nose blunt.
Unfortunately, just not holding on to that.
He will, he will.
Oh,
Blunt to back D.
love how he pops out of that.
Yeah, he's really good at mini ramps. Back to 70 tail. Wow. I respect that trick. I respect George for trying that. I don't never see people do it in the contest. It's so difficult to even try. Backsmith down the rail. And nollie heel something on the hover. It's supposed to be a nollie heel nose slide, or maybe a nollie heel crux. But that's going to be time for George. He's definitely going to hold on to the score from his first round. Even with that Steezer tray flip on flat. And we're going to be coming for the last person in the heat, which is Joseph Batio.
All right. Second fun run here for all the events.
We still didn't see the scores of Joseph, but considering he had a perfect run in the first round. Oh, there we go. Joseph is sitting in 4th with 80.83, and George in 6th with 79.83. So that means Xander is currently sitting in 11th If there's 12 people in the finals that we usually have, that means Xander is safe in the finals. We'll see. I don't know if we have 10 or 12 people for the finals because I'm not familiar with the format, with the changes that had to be done. But hopefully, I'm really hoping, fingers crossed, for 12 people in the finals.
Next up, Joseph Gabasio, who we just saw, is sitting in 4th place. Currently, our FIS World Series 2017 points leader, champion.
Old gap backflip from 180. That nollie board slide. And a tray flip. Front lip. And a nollie no spinning. Same run. That's in the first round. And a kickflip front board down the rail. And a nose bump. And 2 seconds to go. And one slam on that hurricane. So that's going to be it for the semis today. Joseph was our last rider that was skating in the semifinals today. And moving on, what are we having next?
Wow, we have a huge and heavy heat. Let's start off with, that was a skateboard semi-finals. If you guys are tuning in, we're obviously live here in Japan. It's the first stop of the FIS World Series 2018, and we have brought this skateboard semi-finals to you live. Myself, Ryan Meyer, and Thomas Winter, who has been doing most of the talking out here today.
Thank you. So you're taking the finals, though?
Oh, I definitely am. But as you see, we got a lot of shredders out there, but like you said, it's not the only thing happening out here. We have momentarily, in 20 minutes time, the UCI BMX Freestyle Park World Cup men's semi-finals going to be coming at you live. But take a look at the results up here. Jetsuku Ikeda in first place there with an 86.66.
Yeah, Daisuke Ikeda, as Ryan said, is 6.66 in first. Yamato Kosuzu in second with 81.33. Risho Turi, my boy, in third with 81 even. For Joseph Garbaci.
And Adrian Boulard finishing off the top 5 there. Massive round of top skating athletes coming out for this huge heavy-hitting semi-finals. Make sure you guys stay tuned for the other events happening. Like I said, UCI BMX Freestyle Park World Cup semi-finals coming up in half an hour. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in out here for the skateboard semi-final. Stay tuned for further action coming up on the FIS World Series live here in Hiroshima. On behalf of myself, Ryan Meyer, and Thomas Winter, see you again.
See you later.